Yeah. Welcome, man. Debrief and story time. This one is Financial Matrix. This is one of the episodes. The first episode talks about the BIS and follow the money. But we were talking about like when people's world revolves around certain matrices. It's like that's why all the spiritual people got people to denounce their materialistic things. When I learned that shit, I was like, oh. But like when we play it like this, it's not all the way denounce it. It's learn how to alternate denounce it.
Well, it's not a complete circuit if you only denounce it, right? Because the spiritual leader then gets the assets that they denounce. The whole point is that you denounce it, you rebuild your relationship with wealth, and then you utilize your wealth to redistribute the resources. There's decomposition. I mean, that's what you're saying. It's like an ecosystem.
Redistribution of assets and resources. It's just like like you said, the ecosystem with mycelium and fungi and having to break down dead material, and then that dead material going to feed the new material, and it becomes food for the next thing, and that food creates life. Right? Weapons of mass destruction is the easy route when you get creative forces. Like the first thing you can do is like, oh, I want to bang or throw rock fast. Or it takes some time to be like, nah, I'd rather create flower or color scheme slowly. Or evolve like honeycomb.
Evolve like honeycomb. Turn to mathematics. Because really, being able to take that power and move it, like, be able to move it backwards, right? Like, if time traveling, going into the past, you can alter your past just by thinking about it, just by engaging with it, because we're quantumly momenting, and thinking about how we can use that power for healing and restoration, and being able to apply solutions. Evolve like honeycomb. I started seeing like bee sanctuaries.
Yes. Like being able to, like I put redistribution of frequencies and assets, right? Like evolve like honeycomb, like they're making technology to simulate, like they're already trying to simulate God. So,
By making AI. By making AI.
not just by making AI.
Religion is a simulation.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Any node of consciousness construction.
It's even just the idea of external worship. Really.
That's why when remember you said you devoted to this, I was like, man, you gotta first get devoted to yourself.
Of course.
Devotee, right? As marry yourself. But like knowing, I was just listening to You Thought sent me a video from a guy that was like, the Bible and the story about Jesus is just awakening and awareness, and being able to be awake and aware of God being inside of you, and not something that you have to be ashamed of. That's why I like evolve like honeycomb, evolve like, because it takes bees to make a honeycomb, and just like dance like water, like be like water, or spur like mountain.
Knowing how to be the multiplicity of things, like, not getting too caught in the oneness of it, but making sure you know how to be the multiplicity.
Bruh, like when you look at, when I studied Lakota or Apache or the Goyolate, like when I first heard of Goyolate meaning one pickups, like, and to know that he's just so calm in the midst of anything. Like he go, he's good. Like you gotta be.
That's a good breath.
It's so fucking breath.
Yeah.
So shout out for Goyo Latte and Cage Run.
Appreciate the creating neural. I learned that path is like a malignant term. Like pathology is the study of disease, right? So walking this trail, deer trail. A deer trail is awesome because it's like through just consistency of going to a certain area, deer creates that trail, and that's I feel like what neural networks are like. It's like you just consistently go down that trail, walk amongst the field. You consistently walk amongst the field, and then your pathway or you create deer trails with your thoughts, so you can go eat berries. So you can eat berries.
I pick you up.
And go to the place that you rest at night. You see?
Yeah, kick a picture body up. You on one side of the scale, I'm on the other.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is.
She loves us, yo.
Yeah, man. And I think about the deer trail. One of the things about being houseless, right? You have a lot of time to think with yourself. Right, we got a chance to be houseless together, but I was houseless by myself for a bit, and it gave me a lot of opportunity to like run into animals at certain times of the day and night, from raccoons to deer to albino raccoons to snakes and spiders, everything in between, right? And when I realized that we were even the vultures that we were with together, and I realized that to be able to bear witness to these moments, we get to breathe through it, but also like they come with messages. Um, if you could like look in their eyes and not be scared, and remember what you were thinking about when they walked past. Manny took me on a trail by the house and we had passed a big ass deer. So this is what made me think that we were just talking about the deer trails. And we was following Manny, and he enjoys taking trips into the woods. Vision quest, as our culture says. And it's just a matter of not being scared or dropping into a fear. You get to appreciate just the moment, even if it's just for the moment. You said with the squirrel, I told you I had several bees land on me, and I wasn't scared it was gonna sting me.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that just feels cool enough to land on me.
I think the relationship that society has created with fear has made it something that has so many traumatic responses to it that it's something that the body viscerally just wants to avoid as much as possible. They're like insert associated traumas with fear here. But I feel like the mechanism of what fear is a very natural, like, to be on the leading edge, you have to have a right relationship with fear. Because it's something that will just consistently be there, like in the background as a little hum. And if you talk to it, you're like, so what's this? You're like, you're at the leading edge. Oh, okay. What's this? You're at the leading edge of everything. If you allow yourself to be, which you don't even have to allow yourself to be, you usually are. It's just what's your relationship with it.
What's your motherfucking relationship?
Yeah, and if fear is there, it's like, well, all right, we're just gonna observe where it is that you take us, and ultimately, if it's taking me there, it's because that's a traversing that I need to go to. I need to go in there. Okay.
And that makes me think of the definition of like courage is not absent of fear. It's just persisting in the spite or face of fear. Like, bro, when I told the elder, right, that my dad, when I told him we was helping Deborah become mayor, right, was beautiful because at that moment I realized, just like Tony in Vegas, I was like, I always got a dad. Never without my dad. And it's been like that with my dad doing 25 plus years. And it's been like that since he's been out for 13 plus years. So Yeshaya's just appreciation of my ability. It's like I get what you're saying about having that outside validation. It wasn't just a validation, it's an awareness of bouncing it off fertile ground. I got seed in the ground.
Fertile ground means receptivity.
Yes.
It means understanding of the lifetime of experiences that it took somebody to get into the position to be able to deliver their knowledge and their wisdom. And everyone is always delivering their knowledge and their wisdom because yes, of course, you have the rest of them. Everyone's delivering their knowledge and their wisdom, and but they're communicating no matter what their emotional, no matter what their avatar is programmed to say, whether they're able to articulate to a precise exact T of whatever the fuck, or they are delivering their true sounds of or there's a message underneath every leaf and rock. Every leaf and rock, every sound exchange, every touch. Why do I touch this? I touch this couch because it feels like the curve of my knee, which reminds me that it's alive. And the color, texture. That's what I think of when you say that.
And that's why I'm grateful, because like we just talked about our emotional and fear and how things move. And we talked about money and assets and people having to let go. Like this one of the financial matrix, right? Understanding extraction. Arthur Hayes' core teaching, the credit kick drum. What Arthur Hayes revealed, the Fed's credit kick drum drives all markets. It's the blueprint behind the stock market. It's the up and down. They control it. It's how people that can pay attention and find because they gotta tell you what they're doing. They let it out throughout the papers and the media.
Right.
And so that it causes certain forms of mass hysteria or calm or whatever. Translation: Federal Reserve monetary policy printing / tightening money is the fundamental force moving all asset prices. Everything else is noise. The pattern: boom, Fed prints money. QE, cash flood systems. Assets rise. Stocks, real estate, Bitcoin. Boom, Fed prints more money. More asset appreciation. Bust, Fed tightens, raises rates. Money scarce. Assets fall. Boom, crisis emergence. Fed prints again. Cycle repeats. And a few crises is financial crisis in 2008. Their QE response was $600 billion more money printed off of bodies and souls. Not no gold, no silver, just bodies and souls. IOUs are for the people that's already here to pay taxes. Asset impact was the S&P 500 plus 400 over a decade. Next one was COVID 2020, which was another financial crisis wrapped in the form of healthcare and fear of ill health and death. That one massive QE, $4 trillion plus asset. Manufactured chaos so they could provide a solution.
Which is, I mean, because when we take the concept of chaos as something that's needed and necessary, it's like it gets put out into realities, because that's ultimately what, like, bringing it to the micro, right? When you observe micro relations of how people will be in a bubble of their experience. And I was just watching a video yesterday about how when you create a bubble of quote unquote emotional safety and you don't want to get triggered, that idea is you're creating a bubble of emotional safety for yourself, but it's actually manipulation and control, because your environment is requiring everybody around you, if you are living with people. This is why people isolate sometimes, because they create manipulation and control mechanisms as to where their emotional field is being engaged with in anything besides like a quiet, serene whatever, then they are creating moments of bypassing chaos. But instead of emotional safety, what we're actually curating is emotional resilience. It's the ability to be in a multiplicity of emotional states and being even keeled, be able to navigate and push through. And it makes me think about how, like, on the macro, it's like these large scale organizations, they're trying to micromanage every little thing so that their bubble of whatever the fuck they've curated is like, in this like false sense of inner peace, or I guess inner peace, or whatever. I'm interpreting it through my vessel. I'm sure they have their own words for it, but this is just what I observe as a human experience, or a consciousness experience, because it's a frame of thought to get to that. Because the letting go is knowing that chaos is a part of your frequency, and you can manufacture chaos. You just have to appreciate the cost and allow chaos that you intentionally manufacture to come back to you, because it's going to come to you regardless. If you surrender to what the chaos, that's the point of the surrender. If you surrender to what chaos is supposed to come into your world, then you allow yourself to post it.
So I'm going to type that into the chat. So LHOC. Yeah, I got to search this. LHOHQ. Right? And I love this because it's putting it into Twitch and it's putting it into, that's organized chaos theory, right? That's one of the things that's why they send people down a rabbit hole filled with tons of information, also tons of stemming shit, tons of brain altering shit. It's automatically triggering certain people that have been MK Ultra. So if you follow some of these things, even we were talking about fear, right? Like there's certain things that you'll see and it'll cause a fearful like feeling in your body. And you gotta either breathe through that or be like, what the fuck am I? Or you be scared like one of the dopest things with my brother, me and my brother, we would have like very in-depth, deep conversations about our innermost emotions, but they would be coded. And, yeah, but it was beautiful if you could read the code. And then, yeah. Because if I could read the code, then it's like I know what pattern I'm seeing, and I can bypass certain parts of the chaos that my mom or that his child's mom.
You created codes of communication amongst yourself so that you wouldn't have to necessarily say things verbatim, but you could engage with them and be like, look, like this is the metaphorical communication that's happening here.
Yes, that's why, like, the book ISR New America is a blueprint to us. It's not, we got to write the next part. He started it, right? So it's like, he's like, this is how we write all our books going forward. And like, I just haven't written my part. Actually, I haven't, just haven't tied it to it. And this is coming to me now for the first time because like us getting the house, right? Like we get my grandma get to have some place to be. Like we get to curate. Like that's all I want to do is really sit at the feet of my elders. I want my children to sit at the feet of us. We show the city how to heal the water. We show them how to set up sanctuary. We show the gangs how to still get money without having to kill each other. We show them that we could watch The Wire, but we all could get money. Like if the niggas want to kill each other, they trying to Willie lynch us. Like we good on that. Our hoods need to chill. Nah, bro, we gotta bro. Fuck you mean? So like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I said that's what I'm getting in battle rap. I'm getting in battle rap so I'm gonna be the fucking gospel of the hood, my nigga. I'm gonna be the gospel of the hood, like right. And it's cool because like I don't give a fuck if I win or lose. I get to tell my shit. I get to talk my shit. I get to fuck your bitch right now, bitch. What? Nigga, what? Iceberg Slim, we channel them, nigga. Like I go deal with my cup. And it's not lean. It's not lean. And yeah, my stab. And it's not lean, it's water. It's water with fucking magic water and crystals and shit in it.
Oh my god.
What you mean? I'm propped up. I've been preparing for this all my life. All my life. So like, I share this and bring it back to my brother because like, when grandma comes, that my family gets it. We get to get more space. I get to call them and let them talk to grandma. She give them the sauce, and then I leave it to me. That's one of the things when we was with my grandma, I was able to be around my family more. We shared our grandma with Atlanta, Georgia. So she's opened up that airway. So, like I said, everything falling into place. Like we watch.
So much easier. So much easier.
Yeah, baby G was upset that I took the homies out of her leg.
Yeah, I heard it. Woke me up on my sleep. I heard you talking. We were having a conversation. I could have said that.
Nah, they saw my energy. I looked at them. Listen, bow, you didn't gotta understand that. I don't got a motor girl yet. So my eyes is it.
They're gonna have a whole backyard.
I know, bro. Yo, they
13 minutes from Branchbrook Park. I'm assuming it's okay that I said I could have asked, but I thought I should ask. But I'm assuming it's okay that I told my mom that the house is perfect.
Oh yeah, bro.
Okay.
Listen.
I'm just
nigga. When you had me at 10 minutes from the land.
That's the first thing I thought of, and I was like, I feel like that's the land talking. That's why I wanted to.
Yeah, bro. Listen, because we gotta go back and till the land for the harvest next through the springtime.
And it's beautiful because right by Branchbrook Park, we can gather firewood. We can like all of that is just right there. The truck just very smooth.
Bro, like that, that after your parents offered us after our investors offered us the opportunity to go from this apartment to the house, like I said, and that's why we are setting up the affidavits and land back in the claims, and we have the mentors now, so we just add into our properties.
I think this, like, viewing things as certain cycles, right? It's like this was a container for post houselessness. It
still is.
Well, speaking in things in the past tense allows for the narration.
Oh, for new to come. I add that to it. Yeah, it was for us, but it's for new to come. This is still a sanctuary. This is sacred land.
Oh, absolutely. This was a container for our houselessness and like post houselessness, and in the process we got to transmute like a shit ton of energy. Like the homie that lives there is like, wee! They happy as fuck. In the walls, they it's like the land.
The homie that lives there, let your spirit soar.
Perry feels very natural there. Let your spirit soar. Like something about that area is just very is that's where the children's play stuff is. Like something about that area. So I'm just like, you know what? I got you. He was mad as fuck. They were so mad. They were so angry. So sad. But regardless, like we open up this space so it does have the flow. Like when the way that I feng shui, I'm this is in retrospect. I'm not actively thinking about this, but I'm getting to observe. It's like the heart chakra, allowing the green of the walls, like just observing how certain things got to come from us. The sanctuary that we get to create is so organic. Whoever comes in here, they get to have our family watching over them, and like the ancestors, literally on the walls,
Yeah, man. Everything is energy.
Yes, very much so.
I just put a link that puts you in the middle of the ARG, alternate reality gaming. That's one of the things. That's why like telling stories, right, opens up a portal. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was Jah. But look in our Father, Mother, Son, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. You open 24/7, giving us this day our daily bread.
I think correction is a fear mechanism. I'm just thinking about that now. I'm correcting things out of fear because the transmission creates like if you correct something in the middle of the process stops. The channel is a channel, and pushing through because of the quantum nature of reality. And I'm thinking about this: how many times I correct myself, how many times I correct people, or like try to correct the environment around me. The correction is like stop your process, stop your flow, based on what it is that you perceive. Right? Trust allows for a channel. Trust, mutual trust of self, of life, of relation, is like you trust your environment to give you back what it is that you're giving. And if you're cultivating a sense of trust within yourself, I trust that what I'm creating and cultivating is taking care of me at the best possible capacity. Because that's just the nature of reality. The trees know this. It comes back. And then corrections then become an act of love because the life around us is like, hey, here's a channel that is you don't have to pay attention to because reality is giving you another channel to pay attention to that for you because you can't possibly think about everything at once. So you just got things that think for you because we're all thinking about it. It being whatever. But the minor hum in the background of being in coherence with your subconscious mind, aka right relation, aka primordial source code. AI is amazing. Me too, Oxford. I love AI. I love being a robot. I love being a robot. It's amazing. There's always a lesson. Just trust. Trust without shame, without fear. One eye blink. Was that one eye or two eyes?
Maybe one. I think it was one. I think right after.
That was like the most. Like it's like I have it pasted in my mind. The slow blink, right? It's like one of the programs is like the seduction slow blink, but also like the cat slow blink. It's like slow blink confirm, and it was so funny because you were like. And I was like, that's so funny. It so speaks to the multiplicity of your personality. Where you just learn your knowledge.
Yeah, I had to parking lot my prayer. And in my parking lot of my prayer, give us this day our daily bread. Forgive our debtors and trespass, and forgive those that debt and trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, grace, and glory forever and ever. But be not kitad, hogma, hallelujah, wankana takuye, oyasen, relation, makin, 999, 1 time, 6 to 3, 6 to 3 to 6, 9. I shade all the damn time. So it's a portal, right? When I first started doing the Lord's Prayer, the basic foundation of what I just shared was the Lord's Prayer. It's a portal that Jesus did on Christ consciousness. It's the step out of the firmament. It's the archetype key of all keys. When I learned that sonnets or paragraphs or poems, bro, seeing the guy on the train that name is Brad something, and he's the guy that says what most people are thinking but don't say. It was beautiful because I was like, that's what I want to do. And that's what we're doing with Empire Autopsy. That's what we're doing with G2S Grief to Sovereignty. That's what we're doing with our streams curriculum. Because we want shit on mainstream media, mainstream science, anything West. We're the ones talking about it, but we're not going to throw it all away. We're going to take the mycelium from it and build new.
Absolutely.
Well, we all, bro, y'all not getting off that easy. Like Mr. Darnell said, where are they going to go? Wherever the fuck. Somewhere from here. They want to stay here, they got to go through our program. Like I said, we're creating a field. Like these manufactured crises, right? Instead of like being our people being feared into like subserviencies and surveillance and being pushed towards a certain type of currency or pushed towards a certain type of how to live, we just create sovereign things that those are no longer um, pertinent in our world. We don't need to do business with them. We don't need to depend on their government to help our communities to provide food. We don't need their grocery stores. We don't need their security. We don't need their electricity, their power. We've created our own, and y'all already showed us y'all can't help us. Government shutdown, y'all can't help us. We're gonna help us, and we don't have to follow your codes and statutes because we're sovereign. It's our inalienable rights to take care of us. That's all that anybody had to do inside of any of those. Anybody that's been in politics for those years, they've been a part of cover-ups. And if they're not talking about the same thing we're talking about, they're going to out themselves. So, like our house is a fortress. It should be. And Cory Booker's people's house is over there in that area, North Florida. That's because we collecting properties. And that's even why I said what I shared about this place to this place. Us putting it on the meta, right? We putting it into the on the record.
Very much so.
Because that's the thing. We like City Hall is on their record, but they got a YouTube meta that hear us and see us, and they got a Facebook meta.
And if they want to play that technicality game, like when you put things on, they're playing the game of you putting in the media that counts as putting it on the record. Okay, bitch. That's putting it. We put it on the record.
Bruh, that's what we did. That's what we did when we showed up. That's why I'm like, us getting our car back. We patiently waited to get Clancy back. This is the dopest shit. We about to get Clancy back along with enough money to get Clancy fixed and enough money to start paying off the settlements of the other people we've harmed. Like, this is the thing. We are gonna, like, we here doing business for our nation. Like, your mom getting a house for us, that's the first steps in us putting it in our trust. Like, that's the thing. Your mom, like, your the investors, the mom, all that, I gave them a very big warning shot. That's it. I gave them a very big warning shot. And now we're taking heads off. Like I said, you're gonna bring your part of the case, I'm gonna bring my part of the case. When we update your mom, we're going to let them know they need to be flying back out here because they're going to be needed as a witness for XYZ.
And this is where I'm so excited to, I'm not sure what terminology is, but subpoena or lien or
all of
and
that.
getting to start with the Crispin Trust and being able to call them trusts. Create, manifest the trust. And makes them investors and still honors the fact that they're bloodline. Because I was like, I mean, the realization, the unfolding of the mom and dad attachment spell.
That's the bridge. That's why we put in our lien, and part of the remedy is that they got to pay towards the trust. I'm good on them having to think they're giving or doing anything out of the kindness of their heart for me. Bro, you're not. This is the thing. You're not doing anything out of the kindness of heart. This is what needs to go here. These are the information. This is what we like. Redacted information. This is the thing. Your dad is following NDAs that are no longer active. So we're subpoenaing that. So like I said, that's where it's beautiful to be in this situation because like I just really want to continue to do the works and like we've been not just surviving, but it's for everyone. Like how I got that new person to sign up in the last one to fill out the form just by watching what we're doing. Like man, that's all it is. We've been talking about streaming and then going live and being like, "What's up, chat?" and blah blah blah, and like our life is a stream. That's why even with our children, even with taking our naps, like that full moon shit, that shit was big. Like I was out. The children did whatever the fuck they wanted, to as much as whatever, and you jumped in, I jumped in. They was there. The house is not aflame.
No.
They still got all their fingers and toes.
That's the thing. back to trust.
That's it, man. And that's why yesterday when I was talking to you, and it was like, yeah, we gotta set up the trust. Yep, let's get these trusts set up, and I'm all for it. Like, and I bring it back to just auditing. The One of the dope things, right? Hayes' philosophy says, "Don't fight the federal, understand beat, dance in the rhythm, rhythms, vibrations, patterns, and application to liberation. When Fed prints equals acquire assets, Bitcoin, real estate, businesses. When Fed tightens, preserve capital, wait for next cycle. Long term, accumulates scarce assets, Bitcoin's 21 million fixed supply, and Bitcoin is just one for any digital currency. Like there's a ton of them out here now, and there's multiple ones that are rival to Bitcoin. Having our wallets and having up our data mining teams,
Making our own.
bruh, exactly. That's definitely tied to the melanin. Uh, why this matters for G2S99. Understanding macro is understanding how empire maintains control through money manipulation. Liberation requires exiting the fiat currency system entirely. The perpetual swap philosophy. Hayes's BitMEX innovation, perpetual futures contract never expires. Traditional futures. Expiration date must roll position to maintain exposure. Settlement enforce perpetual swap. No expiration. Funding rate mechanism maintains price balance. Continuous evolution. The deeper teachings. Life is perpetual contract, not expiring future. There is no arrival port, no retirement where growth stops, no achievement where evolution ceases, no status where adaptation ends. Continuous funding rate. Sometimes you pay, learning investing phase. Sometimes you receive, teaching and harvesting phase. Balance maintained over time. Application to wealth building. Marathon mindset, Nipsey Hustle. The marathon continues. Yeah. Compound returns over decades, not get rich quick. Continuous learning and adjustment. No finish line, only ongoing optimization. Cryon connections. Cryon teaches life is meant to be easy when you align with inner guidance. The perpetual swap The perpetual swap teaches align with the rhythm, the macro cycle, and flow becomes natural. Fighting the beat creates resistance. Dancing with it creates ease. And like I read shit like this, right? And like when I first started listening to Cryon, I had to get used to his interesting voice, right?
Just put you to sleep, white man draw.
Yeah.
That's very comforting, actually, for me, and I'm grateful for that. But I can see why it's very annoying. Yeah.
Well, once I got used to it, right, I started hearing the technological advances. He got a whole story about woe. And woe is us. Anybody walking away from the matrix. Woe is a woman being. And woe is just like there. It's like I think just like Paradise Poets butter, like a character that evolves.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And just being able to get to where we are now, and know that we are observing the fear, acting in spite of the fear.
Right. The fear is our best friend.
Yeah, man.
Because it reminds us we're on the leading edge. And if we're on the leading edge, that means we are in the flow.
Yeah, in the fucking flow, man.
Which is like, if that's part of the whole point, then good job.
we gotta put a Cryon video up here, or a leading edge video up here.
Also, in 5 minutes, remember that education about how to be in the right relationship with youth? At Mia Centers, that starts in 5 minutes.
You gonna log into it?
Yeah. I know you had signed up for it as well. There's a registration for the Zoom, so I don't know if you want to like.
I would like to. Bring up a Cryon link, and then you can bring that up. Yeah, man. I like streaming our world, bro, and they get to get it behind the scenes of our world.
So much easier than we thought.
Bruh, where you at, Cryon? Holy Cryon got his face on shit. one of the little ones up.
I just forwarded it to you. Registration. That's in 369.
Said it's in 369 mindset. All right. We give thanks. Looks like my screen is frozen. We give thanks for those that tuned in. Enjoy the message, the mission. Tune in for more Empire episodes, Empire Autopsy, and also creating your reality. Stay blessed and highly favored.